She doesn't fully, if this is a pull, she doesn't fully understand me, 'cause I'd rather leave. Then I'm gonna soften it again. So it's like, I'm being very binary, very black and white with this right now to make the point. Of course, you can be much more subtle and nuanced with this, but there's a push and a pull, there's an ebb and flow. Hey guys, so I just had a student who went through an experience that I know is very common among singers, and I've been through it myself, and I figured I'd take a moment out to share some tips and guidance with you that I think can be really helpful. So I have a student who went into the studio for his first studio session ever. And he's had some training with me, and his technique is really good. But the producer said, hey, like, your tone is gorgeous, you sound great, but there's no emotion. I really want more emotion. And my student tried and tried repeatedly, and the producer just kept saying, it's not there, I just don't hear it. This happens a lot to artists because producers, while a good producer is a talented musician with a great ear, they often don't have the vocabulary to communicate to a singer the how of things. The first don't try to sing. I know that sounds crazy. It's like, well, that's what I'm here for. But this is the thing. If you think, left my baby girl a message that I won't be coming home, I'd rather be alone, she doesn't fully understand. If you're just singing, you're gonna begin operating your voice and disconnecting from emotion. Instead of communicating and being an artist, you're just gonna start to produce tone kind of arbitrarily, and it's gonna sound insincere and possibly even apathetic, and we don't want that. It's not gonna give the required oomph, and you're gonna have a producer who's gonna say things like, give it more emotion. Don't be afraid to let your speaking voice come through. I think there's this fear that if your speaking voice comes through in your voice, you're gonna get, won't be coming home, rather be alone. But we don't speak like that. We speak dynamically with a wide range of tonal inflections and emotions. So instead of, if she give me some time, I could be the man she needs, that's not what I'm asking you to do. What I'm saying is, if she give me some time, I can be the man she needs, but there's a lot of lust inside me. We're singing it, but what I don't want you to do to harken back to the don't is what I often see. If she give me some time, I could be the man she needs, or if she give me some time, I could be the man. We're just so focused on like trying to create a singing voice that we don't let our speaking voice come through. This last don't is kind of specifically for the studio. Don't look at your lyrics. If you have to have your face in your phone or looking at a piece of paper while you sing, you will disconnect from the material. You should not be processing the lyrics while you're in the studio. I know people do it, but if you have been informed that you have a problem with emotional connection or with it registering to your outside audience or to the satisfaction of your producer or songwriter or whomever, you don't need to be looking at your lyrics in the studio. Learn them in advance so you can operate from a more intuitive, instinctive place. If you're like, if she give me some time, I could be the, that's not gonna work. So memorize them. Do consider who you are talking to whom you are talking, consider who you're talking to. Are you talking to yourself? Are you talking to a love interest? Are you talking to God? Are you talking to a friend? If you focus on, instead of focusing on every little emotion of every word and every line, if you instead focus on to whom you are speaking, a lot of the colors and inflections will naturally present themselves. You know, if you're talking to yourself, she doesn't fully understand me, versus talking to a friend, she doesn't fully understand me. That's a different energy. Do you see? It's subtle, but it's different. You have to consider your audience. You are always an actor when you're singing, and instead of focusing on every little emotion that you have, just focus on the person that you're talking to and making sure that you're clearly understood by them. You'll find that a lot of things naturally fall into place that way. Do play with tension. As human beings, we largely perceive sincerity via the presence and absence of tension. I've talked about this in previous videos. So if you say, I'm so sorry, Jennifer, I really never meant to hurt you, then it's like, really, dude? You know, it sounds sarcastic or like you're being passive aggressive. If you're like, I'm so sorry, I did not even realize. It's a different kind of energy. So how does this translate into singing? If the tone is consistent throughout, it reads as insincere. So if we get, left my baby girl a message that I won't be, I can't remember if it said I won't be coming home or that I won't be coming home, but that I won't be coming home, rather be alone. She doesn't fully understand me. If it's incredibly even, it's like, because we don't talk that way. There's peaks and valleys. There's a topography to it. So instead, left my baby girl a message that I won't be coming home. I'd rather be alone. She doesn't fully understand me. So we're playing around with, she doesn't fully, if this is a pull, she doesn't fully understand me. Cause I'd rather leave, then I'm gonna soften it again. So it's like, I'm being very binary, very black and white with this right now to make the point. Of course, you can be much more subtle and nuanced with this, but there's a push and a pull, there's an ebb and flow. If she give me some time, I could be the man she needs, but there's a lot of lust inside me. Been together since our teenage years. So there's a play, and that helps to create form and to create this idea that there's a dynamic emotional communication that's taking place here. I hope that makes sense. Do pick your peak. What I mean by that is we're always moving towards a key word in a phrase. So in the first line for me would be message. Left my baby girl a message. Home. Said I won't be coming home. I'd rather be alone. So we're always moving towards some place. We have to give shape to the phrases. Otherwise, left my baby girl a message, said I won't be coming home. It sounds like, that's not articulate. It sounds like just, like we've got to give the audience, the listener, something to hold on to. So a simple exercise, I typically do this with kids, but I find it works well with adults too, is if you say, I'm going to the party. So we can pick different words. If we emphasize going, I'm going to the party. Or I'm going to the party. I'm going to the party. I'm going to the party. So we can emphasize. It's really weird. I haven't had to do that in a while myself. But you get the idea. You're picking which word you're moving to. I'm going to the party. I'm going to the party. And which word is the right word to emphasize, that's left to your discretion as an artist. And only you can know. There's no right answer per se. Just it needs to make contextual sense. I really hope that this helped. If you'd like to book a one-on-one lesson with me or with one of my associate coaches, each one of them has been trained personally by me, then go to airpoach.com if you want to buy any of my products, either my online video courses or my ebook, which hopefully will be out by the time you see this, for Breathing Bootcamp, how to utilize the power of your breath to support your voice. Go to airpoach.com. And I think that's it for now. So until next time, peace.